Hello, everybody. I am here. Hello, everybody. It is I, Anvamonus, the Queen of Bones and your mommy. And as you can see, it is Thursday, so I'm your DM. And we have the whole party here. Huzzah. There was an incident in the lab, so I'm currently regenerating. So, I may sound funny, or sneeze a lot, or make really gross noises. But I'm here.
Whoops.
Stop. Cease. So how is everyone anyway?
Doing okay. I'm gonna get that
Nice.
new motherboard next paycheck.
I don't like the fact that it now shows the mute symbol over your damn reactive.
Yeah.
Oh,
I went into the thing to fix it. I don't know if it worked, but I think so.
Is that a setting you can fix?
is it?
Yeah. Well, it's not a setting. I just applied the same, image to all three not active options.
Seems good.
I get you.
Yeah, I see. That's so annoying.
Damn it! Stop.
Oh, I don't know how to fix that, so I'm gonna just leave it for now.
Damn it. It's still putting the mute icon over the top of it.
Hotline fixed.
Yeah, because I said that I wasn't gonna fix it. Yeah, I don't know what.
No, I
what to
meant
do.
on my one when I tried to fix it.
Oh,
Whatever, I'll worry about it later. Yeah, fix the DM one at least. Cool. Right. Hey, Illuminate. Nice to see you. So, who wants to mention what happened last time?
Well, the party, it was a rather short session, as I recall. The party had, after following the trail of a nearby starfall, interacted with the star, saved a dragon from inside, and gotten some star metal. Interacting with some dwarves who had made camp to also harvest some star metal. Rivet learned the forging techniques to make star metal alloy. We stopped by a dwarven city to pick her up an adamantine hammer.
Yeah, which is as prestigious as having a Rolex with certification and everything.
Yeah, freaking serialized, baby. Continuing from there, we headed towards Deep Root and met some people along the way who were just chilling, gave us a nice time, some easy rest, and helped smooth our path a bit. We arrived at Deep Root and were, of course, greeted by Rising Phoenix, Criv's partner, and their child, and the rock that they adopted. Criv gets eaten out of dragon, becomes family man. Who knew? Mother Hawk or Grandmother Hawk? Question mark. Greeted Rivet, and now we're just kind of spending some quality time in Deep Root before heading on to. I think we're going to head to the Piers of Rarn.
Yep.
But yeah, that's sort of where we are.
Awesome. Session 118.
I don't know where we got off again, but I'm on 119.
I mean,
We were back together at some point, and now we're now we're off.
so yeah, 2 sessions ago, you stayed in that family's house in the caves, and then we got attacked by sandworms,
Right, I remember the sandworms.
and then the winds of chaos showed up.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Giving you the
Oh my
jug
God,
of
that's
chilling
it.
and the rock of gravity.
And made Zolberg a chameleon for a bit.
Yep. And then you continued your journey. Saw some elephants getting rounded up by hill giants, and then arrived in Deep Root. So I'm assuming we got off a bit further back than that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter that much.
I am just curious, that's all.
Yeah.
Ah. I probably just forgot to take notes one of these days.
I do think I remember you saying that you had forgotten to take notes.
Those
For
ones
one of the
specifically, I
sessions.
started doing retroactive notes. As
Yeah.
you mentioned, like, what happened? But anyway, this music is You Have Reached Level 1 by Villainous Music.
I was about to say, oh no, we got nerfed before the final boss fight.
Part of the Forge Your Destiny Dungeon playlist by M. Young and Jonathan Young. Dungeon Young. Slip of the tongue.
you've reached level 1 and Dungeon Young matches. So
So, you all have a good night. You wake up and the morning's nice and everything. And then you get to set off. Though those of sounder mind know that you have a task to do. Babies are not so rational.
Yeah.
Your child is reluctant to let go of you, and your much larger child is reluctant to let you leave. Clinging onto you with beak and just tugging you backwards.
He stops, and he lets them like pull him back sort of to the room. He picks up Eritis, looks up at Roxy. Truly, I do not want to leave. It soothes me so much to be here. Sort of look over at Rising Phoenix. Back up at Roxy and Aritas. But if this place is to remain a haven, a safe place, a place where anything can happen in the future, anything good for all of you, I need to go. I thought I knew what protecting something important was when I was up there in Olcor, but now I see that I was just just shallow knowledge. You are all important to me, more than anything else. So I must go. I'll be back. Sort of brushes the feather, and he wears the phoenix feather. I promise, after all. Sort of gets down for Aritas. Here, I have something. I don't have. What do I have? Come on. Give me something to give to my daughter. I'm going to pull out my little book of scriptures that I have. That are the prayer book that I have for Pelor as well as the other gods. I know you can't read this after all now, but this is important to me, as you are. I'll come back, and when I do, I'll read this to you.
As small as the little book of scripture is, it's still too heavy for little baby to really hold.
I know. I'm not like handing it off to her, I'm just sort of holding it.
But immediately, though, they grab a corner and shunk straight in the mouth.
Yep. It's okay. This is fine.
Like it's the spine corner, it's not really gonna get the pages.
Effective.
Yeah.
Brush their hair from their eyes. brush their forehead. Don't think their hair would be that long.
Yeah, they got the baby wisps.
Yeah. Pick her up and hand her over to Rising Phoenix. I do promise I will be back.
I know you do.
I think it will be soon that the business will be finished. I won't have to leave anymore.
That will be good. But just leans in and gives you a kiss.
Returns it.
I have all the help I could need here. Sure, it's not you, but I have it. But right now, the world needs you to help it.
Finish helping soon, and it'll be my time to help here. Hopefully for a very, very long time.
Well, it
No,
better be.
I'll smile. Very, very reluctantly sort of step back out of the embrace, leaving Ergis with her. Rubs the side of Roxy's head before picking up his bag again. And
Roxy gets distracted by Firehawk and they go off flying together. The Firehawk basically kind of taunt Roxy a bit until she starts giving chase and leads her away for a bit.
watch them go. Look back from the door. Love you more than I ever thought was possible.
Just... Rising Phoenix just picks up a random bit of decorative stone and just hucks it at you. It's like,
Sort of lets it bounce off his head before he heads out.
it's clear she doesn't want you to go either, but she knows you have to. Doesn't mean she won't put you with a rock for it though.
Yeah. Between a rock and a hard place here. He'll slowly walk back to the cart.
Meanwhile, in the other tent, Rivet's being woken up with a cup of mushroom tea.
Is that what they call it?
Plenty of affection. Before, much like, knowing there is a bit of a schedule, she'll just help Rivet get dressed and get her out the door, basically.
Yep.
If I don't push you out, you're going to be staring at me all day, which I'm not supposed to, but right now you have things to do. Go.
Yep, you're probably right. Yep. She just stumbles out the door, looking slightly disheveled.
Oh, and she quickly grabs you, by the back of your, collar, so you're like, "Eh," for a bit. She just flips you around and gives you a kiss, and then turns you around again and pushes you.
Rivet just stands stock still for a second, like, oh. And then she continues.
Unfortunately, this beautiful picture, while inaccurate. Poof. And we all get to assemble on the cart again. Sarah and Thalrek, you wake up as you normally do in Deep Root with not much going on. Oops, I accidentally. There you go. Oh.
I think it would make sense for Sarah to be sitting near the front because that's where Kriv is probably going to be. Yep.
Dunk him in there. Okay. Back to the main map as you journey onward. Still crazy to think that the Badlands as you see it here is not even like the entirety of one of the continents.
Yeah. Next campaign, take place on another continent.
Oh, we go to the one place that Lohagen's corruption could not reach. Spies! uh... Commando Conquer Red Lot 3 was a masterpiece and I won't hear otherwise. Ah. What is? Oh yes, you are colored in. Yep. No longer yellow. So, departing deeper, I'm assuming you're taking the route you did before down to the Piers of Ron.
I think the green line says it all.
As you pass by familiar territory and familiar mountainsides, you have time to reminisce on the adventures you've already had to this point. Even in this small portion of the Badlands. Deep Root and all the splendor it has brought. The mountains where you got one of your children. Soon enough, you know that you'll pass the lair of the Sphinx.
We don't have any business with him currently, as I recall. But yeah,
No.
we're good.
You have a quest marker there that's marked as the main quest objective.
We got to get the side quests first. You never do a main objective because that'll lock you out of all the side content.
True.
Exactly. You don't want to finish your campaign on 95% completion.
That's what I do with most games that I play.
Yeah, I did that.
I almost always miss something and then I have to go back and do it. But then most of the time the game isn't good enough for me to warrant playing it again.
It's why I haven't gotten out of Act 1 in Baldur's Gate yet on my own, because I keep wanting to do everything.
Oh. Right. After your first day of travel, you set up camp. Oh. Who wants to roll me a D100?
Got it.
I'll do it. I'm happy. Boop. Okay.
94.
I remember we had a whole lot of low rolls. Now we're on the other end of the spectrum. This is good, right? I hope.
Could be.
I mean, I'm not a cleric, so this is not a bad roll for divine intervention. So it must be good. Higher is always better.
Considering all we got with the low ones, higher can be better.
The longer she's quiet, the more terrified I become.
Sorry.
So that building dramatic tension.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, does this not have... Why are these boring? It used to be great for like lower levels or like lower magic settings, but still. I'm just gonna go with this one. As you're setting up camp, you do notice a set of tracks that are large enough to warrant interest, seemingly crossing the, well, not technically a road, the path you take.
I'm gonna look at it, but I'm not sure how much I would know about animals in general, and more specifically animals here on the surface, considering my background. I'll call Phobrik over because he'd have more insight onto this. What do you make of these tracks? Large.
Tex? Tex?
Yeah.
You are being spoken to.
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Test 1 2.
We hear you. Now,
Sorry. What's up?
Kriv was talking to Thobrick.
I'm sorry. I spaced out for a sec. My mom texted me.
So there were some tracks that crossed the path. They're pretty large. So Kriv was like, "Oh, I don't know a whole lot about animals, especially those on the surface." So he called Thobrick over and was like, "Hey, what do you make of these?"
Let me take a look. And I will investigate tracks.
Okay, nature or survival.
I cannot help you with either of those.
Survival's better. 2 better, so. It's 21.
21. These are owlbear tracks.
Ah. These are tracks of an owl bear. Not sure if you've seen one before.
I think I'm familiar with that creature.
Yes, so you are now aware that somewhere in the territory could be an owlbear. Whether or not they've made it home here or we're literally just traversing. You're not sure. The only thing you can tell, Phobrik, with that higher roll is that they weren't like hunting or like engaging in combat, because like the pacing of the steps is quite even, so they were just basically strolling along.
Well. At least it's not looking for a fight.
As long as we stay out of its territory?
Yeah.
Okay. That's reassuring. We should stay on guard, though. If it passed through this way, it might do so again in the night.
Yeah. Keep our eyes peeled and not become its supper.
Okay. As you keep a watch out for the owlbear, it does not appear during the night, and you all get your long rest. On to the next day of travel. As you set up camp at the end of this day, you, in the distance can see a familiar mill. As so long ago now, you restored a girl to life and managed to help her and her mother. By retrieving medicine for said mother to cure their eye bite.
I rot?
Eye rot, that was it.
Sight rot.
Sight rot, that was it.
The cure was eye bright ointment.
There we go. It all measures up.
I was like, I definitely wrote this down.
The night is peaceful and nothing interesting crops up. So yeah, on to the next day. As you may remember, there is a bridge suitable for the cart going over this smaller river.
Yeah. But I think we went that way. We had to, like, come around almost.
Out into these greener pastures where you traveled. I can't remember anything that happened in this point here.
I think much happened.
I remember at one point near this river you encountered a family that swam across because they were scared of some strangely behaving wildlife.
I think I remember that. Seems like deer.
I'm not entirely certain either.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think on our very first visit to Piers of Roar.
Yep. I mean, I think we've only been to the piers once.
Right.
I'm trying to find my notes from then. But I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I wrote that down.
Yeah, I think it was like deer or sheep or something.
Yeah, and you were like suspicious of the people for a bit, and then they turned out to be fine, so party ways.
I vaguely remember?
Ah! God damn it. But anyway, nothing happens that night. But sorry, I'm struggling to keep my head together a little bit here. It's all
That's
fucked
okay.
up.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
If you need rest, just say so.
Yeah, I'd rather you be able to rest and. Wow, my brain just shut off midway through that statement, so just ignore what I was trying to
That's
say.
okay. Yeah, I've been up.
Point is, if you need a break, it's okay.
Yeah.
Or if you need to,
No.
like,
Everyone made it
Chill
to
this
this week.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Travel. And then you have to get
To be
across
fair, are you
river.
here right now? Are you actually here?
Hello.
Take it from the guy that would regularly skip sleep. Rest is important.
Yeah.
Would? Past tense?
I did it a lot more back then than I do nowadays, okay?
Tex, do I need to have a talk when I come out there next time?
I haven't skipped sleep for the past month and a half, okay?
That is a lot closer timeline than I wanted to hear.
Though to be fair, it might have been 2 months. Time for me, it's literally hard for me to keep track, especially when days change in the middle of my, I am awake.
Hello, Warzak Smoky Mischief. I appreciate the greeting. The adventure is going slowly right now because there was an incident in the lab and I'm currently regenerating from it. So my head's a bit foggy and every time I get a keys though I sneeze and it goes whoop. Well, I'm trying to press on. Everyone's here. So nah.
You better recover, or I will have to put tomorrow's stuff on hold.
I definitely will recover, don't you worry. Plague specifically created to slay deities didn't stop me. The side effects of heavy regeneration when I'm not in an active state to use up the excessive energy and flesh mass that is created from it is not going to stop me either. Okay, so you make it to here. The Pierce of Rohan is less than a day's travel away. And we're gonna see if anything happens tonight. No. Another peaceful evening. So, making your way to the Pierce of Rohan. 1, 2, 3. We do have somewhere here. There. Boop. A map none of us have seen in a very long time. And is currently recaching itself from the looks of things. There it goes. Oh,
Zoom out.
we'll need this here.
Oh, you see the old Blix token.
What do you mean?
I only see our current tokens.
Yeah. Totally just your current token. There, we have the party coming down on the
We
road.
are, we are stacked like a freaking Scooby-Doo tower.
Riding in, you see that not much has changed. There's some of the grass is a little longer. There's different advertisements and event notices, etc. As you pass by the church. I've only been here briefly, and there's not many people that like recognize you like straight away, or some of them even at all. It's just, but still, they
Yeah.
greet you kindly as they did the first time.
Waves back at them. They probably see us more as a ragtag. Like, wow, that's an odd grouping.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Oh my god, you have a dragon mark, don't you, Skylar?
I do not, but Rivet does.
That's what I meant. Rivet. Oh no, hold on.
Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, no, Skylar got visited by that. I got a dragon mark in real life. Definitely can cast your spells.
Because I was just thinking, we have turtle, we have dragon with Kriv. We're just missing. And technically, you know what? Kriv has also got Phoenix. We're just missing Tiger. Sorry. Just me
Oh.
being
Zodiac?
weeb.
Sierra has polymorph. We have all of them.
The four guardians.
The four
North,
guardian
south.
animal guardians of Japan. North, south, east, west.
Right.
Genbu the black turtle, Suzaku the red phoenix, Seiryu the azure dragon, and I don't remember the white tiger. Byakko the white tiger.
Okay.
I'm sorry, me being weeb.
You'll have to make your next Steel Defender a tiger. So, you made it to Piazzaron, your destination. What is your destination within the Piazzaron?
We were gonna head to the observatory because we have their crystal that they need,
Yeah, for the observatory.
the telescope
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Focusing crystal.
Yeah,
that thing.
That thing.
Yeah. You-
lens.
Pass by the tavern that you stayed at before and
Gods.
got visited by a helpful quest giver who you're not quite sure if they were there or not. Considering what happened after.
That's also where I got my Ioun stones.
Yeah,
Oh,
at the market down here.
And the mithril javelins.
Mithril Javelino, yes. And of course you had another encounter with the lovely centaur and her fiery tempered girlfriend
Yes.
with all the tattoos.
Yep. She's He's a looker, all right.
And a centaur gunslinger, no less. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a thing.
that's
I think that's
a cute couple.
yeah. Gunpowder and lead.
The oh no. Oops.
The observatory was this building with the round thingy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this
the
is
market.
also you got it to the on the way to the Fusion the first time you encountered a farm where you slew all the freaking Ankeks.
All right, yeah. Knocks on armor. Good times.
Yeah. And that's also where you found the Dwarven Throne of King Warmane.
Mm-hmm.
You stayed at the Greydale's Way, run by Fast Elf Fairbuck. You ran into Beora, who tipped you off about the observatory. We then ran into the Thief Burger. You also met up with the town magistrate, Morig Retgigurk. And his assistant Copernicus. Tung the elven blacksmith made your mithril javelins. And Zooms, the giant lawkeeper, bought some spellbooks that you had. Good times here, good times. So you head to the observatory.
We'll have to hit the market on the way back, see if they've got anything new.
Whereas you had to cross that bridge to get here, you get a quick eye of what's available. The peddlers are, of course, peddling and trying to coax you towards their stand. And ignoring them for now, so you can come back. You head to the observatory.
On approach, Criv will step up, knock on the door. Hello, is anyone here?
Yeah, you see a scholar kind of shuffle away from their station. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, what is it? What brings you here to our observatory?
Oh, we wished to speak. Well, we had been here when the theft occurred, sort of looking back in the general direction of the telescope. And we managed to track down the thief, or stops, because they didn't really do that. And it's like, well, he pulls out the focusing crystal. We were able to retrieve your focusing crystal and are here to return it.
Oh, that is wonderful news. Please, come in. You've been quite
Step in.
lost without it, not really able to make any accurate observations. And you see like a few other scholars who all seem to be like languishing, basically, as they just have what is essentially a very large but mundane telescope at this point.
Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, none of us can do our jobs because our key freaking thing is broken.
Yeah, our magic see much further into space thing. Ah. Well, they get out, heading over to the device. The scholar informs the others, and they all sort of perk up a little bit and take some extra puffs on their pipes. This observatory does have a light haze to it from all the pipe smoke as they try to quell their thoughts with no way to explore the truth of them. And opening up the housing, they remove the standard focusing orb lens, we'll call it, and transfer it using like a cotton cloth to not smudge it. They put it into its own little box. Just in case they need it again, they don't want any fingerprints on it. And then they turn to you and hold out the cloth now that it is free. I expect it's probably going to need it clean.
Sorry, that it's clean?
Oh,
Going
that
to need a clean.
yeah, and it's like holding the cloth out as in like for you to put the item into.
Just places the orb on the cloth. There you go. We don't believe it's sustained any damage. I hope. We're not experts in that sort of field.
Well, the Farseer stone is magical in its own sense, therefore I'm sure cannot be affected so much by dust and our fingerprints as mundane one, but still it is good to pay it the due respects. And he kind of like folds the cloth over on itself and like rolls it between palms to just give it a good polish. Then he goes over and sets it into the housing and closes it up. And you see right away there's this like... There was some detailing in the telescope's construction that you didn't notice before, because by the time you saw it before, it had already had the Farseer stone removed. But basically there's a thin, almost like filigree engraving of like stars heading up parts of the supports and whatnot. Made of some sort of material that just reacts to magic in the area and glows. Well, it appears that... Oh. The other scholars like slowly approaching, and then and he's like, well, for returning it to us, then be only right if you take the first gander through its true brilliance. Once more, he goes over and he just putting the little cotton cloth over his thumb, just goes on the viewing islands. If you please, you can gaze beyond our world.
Looks at Rivet.
Shaking. She is shaking with excitement.
It's like, because Rivet needs to see even more. Like, she's seen the weave and seen other realms. Now she absolutely needs to see beyond our world.
This is what it means to go even further beyond.
Plus ultra, indeed.
I would also like to observe the stars, but you of course go first. So you take a look. And through it, despite the bright, clear sky above, you gaze right through it into a sea of infinity. The current position it is aimed at appears to be gazing upon a whole different world.
Yeah, I'll just see as Rivet's jaw drops.
You see, like, clouds of purple, the odd flicker of illumination as perhaps some form of volcanic activity lights up this cloud cover. Surrounding it, you see 3 moons. And it's almost difficult to comprehend just sparkling stars that seem to surround its sky. To imagine how far they must be to be a simple backdrop to this planet you're gazing upon is a lot to think about.
Oh my god. She just says softly under her breath, as she's just staring through.
Yes, and there's always plenty more to see. And he goes up and just starts adjusting this little crank, and the telescope moves. And as your viewpoint just sweeps, as you're just seeing like other worlds in this system that seem to be circling around this bluish object, as bright as the sun in your sky. But instead of like a cohesive ball, it is spewing out this tendrils of energy from its poles.
Rivet's mind starts racing with the possibilities of what this celestial object could be, and what it could mean, and just she is beside herself with just the sheer vastness of it all.
You hear his voice come from the side. It's terrifying, isn't it? As one of those scholars who's still kind of like in his corner, like lightly scratching at himself as he's smoking. It's like, this is wonderful, but it's terrifying.
She just, I'm kind of used to feeling small.
Ah! I like this
I
one.
mean,
But
you are small, Rivet.
yes, that is what I meant.
Yes, and you as well, Dragon Man, you are also small. We are all small. We are also infinitely small.
Just confused head tilt.
Rivet backs
I
up.
believe
and
I'm
lets,
rather tall, actually.
He doesn't get it.
No. Criff, you're going to see this too. Blix, you are next though. She will allow Blix to take her turn.
She looks through, and you see her little, like, robot ears perk up. Whoa, Chuku, thank you for the raid! Let me show you.
You got raided?
I got raided. Thank you, you little adorable watermelon.
I do that every morning, dude. Every morning I wake up, I no clip out of reality.
Hey, Choco.
Choco,
Sorry.
cutie.
Sorry I couldn't free you from the jar. I apologize. I'll do better next time.
Excuse me?
I was in her stream earlier before D&D started, so context would be needed for the conversation.
Who put Choco in a jar?
The chat.
Why did they put Choco in a jar? Actually, that is the more pressing question.
I think it had to do with food habits. I don't know how the conversation got to that point, but you know.
Oh dear God.
What was the cookie jar empty? Therefore, they put Chuko in the jar. It's National Rat Day. Oh my gosh!
I want to put Choco into the cup.
You want to put Choco into the cup? They wanted you in the jar? Someone redeemed putting themselves in a jar and never sent me a PNG.
I think I've been in that cup for quite some time now.
Yeah, Choco, send me a picture.
It's what the bones for the Bone Queen.
Yeah.
Well, here, I will redeem it, and Choco can get yeeted into the jar.
Yay! Choco, send me a little image, whether it's a reactive or like you as a little gremlin or whatever, and I will put you in the jar. You will be my bone collector for now, thanks to the the
Yes,
powers of Miles.
Yes, putting him back in the jar.
To the jar.
I'm currently setting
shall
up
never
points so
escape.
that I can torture you one stream with repeated hydrate redeems.
But to
I like Choco.
the chalice, technically.
It's a glass vessel. I like Choco. She's one of my all-time favorite streamers.
Yeah, Choco's great. Eventually, Blix reaches out and adjusts the freaking position a few times, and is like, after like a full 10 minutes, steps away. It's just like, to the chalice with you. Send me you as a gremlin, or I'm just gonna go and steal you off the internet.
Threatening.
Don't worry, Choco. I have so many points. I could redeem that for you another, 12 times. I can put you in that jar as many times as I want to.
Oh, look at you all wrapped up in the Discord to be quicker. Look at you all wrapped up in a blankie.
It's how you get her in the jar. You have to contain her with the blanket to be able to get her in. Otherwise, she does the cat thing where she spreads herself. I do, Hershey. I do have points for Miles. All of the points.
Look at the gremlin. Hell yeah. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this yet. I don't think you're... Dun! 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 Oh. Hey. Oh, it's locked. Dun 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 dun! Choco will slightly escape the chalice. Perfection.
Yes. I counted it out. I have another 13 times I can
Oh
do that
my
with you.
god. I just saw it for the first time.
Good. My day is complete. I've put Joko in the jar, quite literally.
Yes. One of the other scholars comes over and is like, Yes, it can be quite scary to think about, but at the same time, well, my friend is right. We are also very small. Maybe I should explain it in the way that we have discovered. The way of our existence. Just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. That's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned the sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that you can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 400,000 miles an hour. Wait, I lost the pace there, but in the galaxy that we call the Milky Way.
You ever see a cat sort of like pull in, like ears go back and it like pulls in on itself? That's almost what Kurt's doing. Is this person starts singing this song, just like, what the fuck is this?
Our galaxy itself contains 100 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. Bulge is in the middle, 6,000 light years thick. But out by us, it's just 1,000 light years wide. The universe itself keeps on expanding in all of the directions it can whiz. Oh wait, no, I missed the fucking verse. We're 30,000 light years from galactic central point. We go round her every 200 million years. And our galaxy is only one of millions of billions in this amazing and expanding universe. Anyway, yeah, great song.
The prophecy is true.
Yes.
Last pick.
But thank you for returning this to us.
Of course. It was only right.
We don't have much in way to offer you.
He sort of shakes his head, looks over at Rivet, who's just been looking through the telescope and is just like slack-jawed in awe. I think you paid us well enough.
Well, we have. Well, yes, I suppose knowledge is its own form of payment, but we have some oddities. If you would like to pick one. Results of some magical experimentation and all sort of useful in their own way. And they just go over and they pull out this big old drawer that has there's a couple of wands. There is a rather hefty and ornate looking lock, a carpenter's hammer, a set of bagpipes, a set of boots with almost black lightning-y kind of like speed lines almost on it, and a spoon, a really, really dangerous looking spoon.
I thought you were going to say ornate, and then you hit us with dangerous, and I'm just like...
It is a spoon made of onyx, and is decorated with spikes and skulls.
Okay. Yeah, that
Death
sounds like a
metal
cursed
spoon.
object. Let's leave that alone.
It is the death metal.
Speak for
spoon.
yourself. No.
So, we have named these and labeled them. As you can see, we have here the Wand of Teleportation, the Wand of Create Wands, the Omnilock, the Hammer of Silent Carpentry. These are the Bagpipes of Invisibility. These are the Boots of Blinding Speed. And last but not least, the Vorpal Spoon.
Vorpal Spoon!
I just now want to wield this spoon in combat and kill a Hagen with it.
Oh my god, the Vorpal Spoon!
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I'm dying of laughter here.
Oh my god!
Okay. So we have the wand of create wands. Like, does it just make a blank wand, or?
Am I allowed to identify these things? I also, on one hand, it would be nice to know exactly what they do. On the other hand, I really want to hear the description of the Vorpal Spoon.
Well, we know what they do.
By all means, if you could enlighten us.
Alright, well, the Wand of Teleportation, when you use it, will teleport itself after a couple of 100 miles away. It took us a while to find it again after that. The wand,
It teleports just itself.
the Wand of Create Wands makes a Wand of Create Wands, and then the one that was used to cast that spell that disintegrates. You know what? This is the safest one, I think, to test here. And they take it, they just go swish and flick, and the wand just turns to ash, and there's another wand in the drawer. And they pick that one up, and they swish and flick. It turns to ash, and there's another one. The Omnilock here is bit of a marvel of gnomish engineering. It's known as the Omnilock because every key in existence can open it.
That seems counterintuitive.
Well, it's impossible to lockpick, though.
But all you need is a key, any key.
Well, yes, of course. I've just told you that's how you use it. If you don't know that, I'm sure it'd be quite useful.
Raises his finger, sets it down again because that's he's not wrong, but at the same time, Crib's like,
You're not wrong, I just don't like it.
it's like, it makes, like, I can't lockpick this. Quick, give me a key. But you're right, if you don't know that any key will open it, then yeah, it's pretty good.
And here is the Hammer of Silent Carpentry. As you can see here, just like knocks it against the side of something, it goes bump, 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 bump. Then he takes a little chisel and just on a random piece of wood, just starts going and chisels into it absolutely silently. The hammer making no sound when specifically used for carpentry.
Can't bonk a guy on the head with it, but
Now, for one of my favorite... No, let me do this. You don't know how to play these damn things. Gets
oh
up,
boy.
takes the bagpipes, tucks it under his arm, and... Freaking Scotland forever! But he turns invisible. He's just still really loud.
They weren't exactly like they thought I would.
And you hear the music wander around the room and come back, and then he reappears when he stops.
They are exactly what I thought they were.
Hobok's just staring at this guy, eyes closed, like, the heck are these things?
The boots of blinding speed, they give you a permanent haste effect, but if you try to push yourself faster than you are naturally capable of, you go blind for a little bit.
So, you can move faster, but you go blind doing it.
For a little bit, like, until you just gather yourself for a few seconds. They will let you charge in blindly into danger at top speeds. And of course the Vorpal Spoon. All of them take their hat off for a moment and put it on their chest.
Oh boy.
We only discovered its true purpose when Ezekiel tried to use it for his morning breakfast. His head hit the ground before he could take a single bite. So, yes, according to Spaghetti, it acts like a Vorpal spoon, only able to instantly decapitate anyone who tries to eat with it.
Perfect assassination tool.
Oh, and the rock in the corner, but we won't get into that.
No, please. If the rest of them are this interesting.
I mean, unless you want to hang on to that rock for the rest of your life, I think you want to not know what it does.
Okay. See, then be warned.
Looks over at Rivet. Okay, let's see. The Omnilock is interesting. So are the boots and the spoon.
Food is so fucking funny.
I just imagine we get the spoon and we forget about it, and Anu just is now rolling dice behind the GM screen of us accidentally using the spoon.
I'd be one way for your character to die. Death by spoon.
There is no spoon, only death.
It'll be death by a Sapu spoon. Yep.
We get the Vorpal spoon and then we cast Seeming on it and just lay it next to O'Hagan's dinner plate.
Did you find out that, O'Hagan's actually a wizard of the Skull of Swal and eats nothing but steak and eggs for breakfast and never uses a spoon?
Alternatively, we find out that he is in fact more powerful decapitated, which would be horrifying.
The only thing he uses it for is stirring his tea, but the cups keep getting cut in half. Like, what the heck is going on? Oh, yes, of course. And of course, the Ring of Additional Attunement.
Great.
It'll provide you with an extra attunement slot, but the ring itself requires attunement. Sometimes I wear that one just for fun.
Looks at Rivet. I have no preference to any of these items. Magic items are more your thing. I will leave this decision in your professional hands.
You know, I'm thinking just for the heck of it, do any of these people look like the old wingmen from the Wings of Chaos that gifted me my 2 weird items?
No. They are not
Okay.
wearing that very specific kind of blue. But they were blue wizards. These are merely scholars.
And it seems these Chaos guys have been paying them a visit.
Um,
I mean, you could just take the rock. It'll keep you safe as long as you hold on to it.
and Rivet kind of squints her eyes and turns slowly to the dude, like, you made okay. Well, I have a feeling that if we know, the more you know about that rock, the worse. And I'm going to instantly identify it, and instantly there will be a problem, I am sure.
Let's just say the last person who forgot to take that rock with them on a day out perished.
You have to touch something to identify it as part of the spell. I really hope you touch it and it becomes like permanently attached to your hand.
It's probably like a cursed stone of good luck, where like so long as it's on you, you have good luck. But if you forget it or let go of it at any point, you're fucked.
So basically, a fey gift. Gotcha.
Yeah, all of these are fey gifts. Are you kidding? See, if we knew if we could play the bagpipes, the silence spell would make the bagpipes of invisibility actually pretty useful. But nobody can play the bagpipes. I realistically hold on to a rock for the rest of my life? Yeah. Do I want to? No.
Would a dispel magic make the rock detach from the hand?
Do you want to pick it up and find out?
How much? If it don't work, how am I supposed to swing a hammer with only one hand?
I think you see my point.
I mean, you just have to keep it with you. You don't have to hold it in your
Yeah.
hand the entire time.
Does it work in an extra dimensional space?
No, you'd have to be in one of your
Pockets.
pockets that are present in the material plane.
Okay. Draghi could take it, and then I could install it into him, so that it does not detach. But if he breaks, Otto.
Draki dies quite a lot. So
Yes, but I would have to touch it in the process also.
Draki lets out a little mechanical screech.
Yes, I know.
I mean, if you can't make a decision, you can just not take anything, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. Why? I mean, we didn't do this for a reward. I'm just considering the possibilities here. Also, why? Why were these made?
Well, we said they were part of various magical experiments and such.
Fascinating.
Oddities.
I don't know. My vote is for none of these.
suppose we don't really need the bagpipes of invisibility. Sierra is the only one that really goes invisible, and she can do that herself. There's the I really have no idea what we'd use. As I said, I kind of defer to your judgment on this, Rivet.
And my judgment is that none of these are particularly useful. Except with major tinkering. But I have too many projects on my lap anyway.
Okay. Let me look at this. Honestly, factually, the boot of blinding speed could be potentially good for Sawbrick. Because, like, yeah, you're blind. You have disadvantage. Well, I go reckless. Who cares?
Yeah, and with being blind, they'd have advantage against me anyway, so...
Yeah. Actually, factually.
No real detriment.
Rivet voted for none of these. If you want to come in and say, actually, I like the boots. I think they're silly. That's on you.
I just love that we're basically putting super speed on a Koopa Trooper, and then we're
No,
gonna
yeah,
put wings-
excellent.
And then we're gonna put wings on him, and he is legit just gonna be the blue shell.
And the fact that he's already speedy turtle in and out of combat for traveling, put these on it. Speedy turtle in combat.
So, as I understand the boots above table, there you are permanently under the effect of haste. But if you use any of the extra haste abilities, aka go past your normal speed, but via the double speed of haste, or take the extra action granted to you by haste, you become blind.
Yep.
I mean, even if you don't use those, you get a +2 to AC from the haste.
Is it permanent blindness?
Until the start of your
Or
next
is it-
turn. End of your next turn, sorry.
Okay.
End of next turn. I forgot about the +2 AC.
I mean, I have Vorpal Warp, so I can just put you next to
Hmm.
shit if you really want to go for it. It's like, oh, you're nowhere near enemies. And in front of you.
Hold on, she's rethinking things.
The +2 to AC would be a bit much for a silly item.
Yeah, it's probably that's not because of how the item is, and it's not a perfected item. That probably isn't actually on there. So you get all bonus of haste besides the +2, just the extra speed and extra action. Because again, it's not a perfect magic item.
I mean,
And honestly, the +2
wouldn't-
from 8 to AC is generally considered because of the extra.
yeah, I was
speed.
gonna say,
Like, you're
if
so
you take
fast.
the +2, you should go blind.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. If you take the extra dodgefulness, you are just going like, hoo-ha, 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 but you can't actually see what you're dodging.
You're doing so with your eyes closed.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like you're doing those sidestep dodging, like ha ha, you can't. I'm so fast, you can't hit me, but you're facing completely the wrong direction from the person you're taunting.
Yeah, I don't much mind getting the boots. So if they're attuned, I'm out of slots, so, you know.
I think Boots of Haste are...
Oh my god, make him tiny, put him on Draki. action to heal someone. Hasted action to heal someone.
Boots of Haste do require attunement, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also full on attunement. So you know what?
What do I have for my magic items?
I mean, we could just get the ring of attunement.
I'm all
Is that
my
the
belt
ring
and-
that takes an attunement slot, but then you also get another attunement slot?
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Crap.
Yeah.
Wait a second. It could be useful for
Yeah, for Rivet.
Yeah.
You get some bonuses
Because-
off of how many items you're attuned to, right?
Not yet,
Mm.
but, and I just double checked this, homunculi can attune to items, so
Sure.
literally can cast, and because the spell storing item reproduces a magical effect explicitly, doesn't cast it, yeah. 2 castings of, Cure Wounds for free
Decent.
a turn for 6 turns.
I
Completely
see.
blind, does not see
Right.
who they're healing.
Right. That's a
Oh
little
yeah, but
20
she just
feature
lands
I
on
was
he
thinking
just
of.
lands on things anyway. It's 2d8 plus 2 times 8, 2 times 6, so 2d8 plus 12.
Yeah.
You know,
Rivet, after a second, does go, actually, I do have the most ridiculous possible use for those boots if we have no other ideas.
I think it would be rude to accept the gift that they are offering to us. And I honestly, again, cannot, would defer to you on what item to pick. So if you have an idea for the boots, by all means, pick the boots.
Oh my god, I could just give the item to Thorbrick and have him action surge if he needs healing anyway.
what, sorry?
Yeah, I don't need it. I'm talking to myself a little bit. It's okay.
Okay. I mean, there's always the mystery rock.
There is always the mystery rock, and the number of times you have mentioned it thus far has caused me to become even more suspicious of it.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it's no rock. It's a freaking orb of annihilation.
I mean, it's definitely not annihilating the current mundane drawer it seems to be sitting in. I mean, we have some other irregularities if you're having trouble.
Honestly, I think it is fine.
It just pulls open like almost like a wardrobe section of it. And it's just like, here we have the invisibility cloak. And it seems to be holding up nothing. But, you know,
Cloak itself is invisible.
you can hear his like fingers touching material. And of course the holy socks. They are socks that have holes in them. The unholy socks, which
Just a
don't have
pair of
holes in.
socks?
Yes, but for some reason they're like tickling your Watcher Paladin sense, Kriv.
Oh my god, are they desecrated socks? What the fuck?
Reaches towards dagger to prepare to smite some socks.
They are unholy socks. I mean, this one has its uses. This is the helmet of detect thoughts.
They detect your own thoughts, don't you?
While you're wearing them, you can read the thoughts of the person wearing it. It's you ever heard the saying, "Oh, there's so many distractions I can not even hear myself think." Well, this fixes that.
Unbelievably, I could legitimately use that.
Yeah, just hey, I want to mind Palace talk to the Tangle right now.
All right, gang, huddle up.
Oh, I love it. Huddling.
Huddling.
No. The joke was Rivet saying that to herself and then putting on the helmet. Everyone who is or has been in my head, I need a moment to ourselves.
Oh, God.
Although, if Rivet attempted to detect the thoughts of the Tangle, I think she would just simply die.
And here we have, this is the wand of fire detection. gives it a flick, and then immediately points over his shoulder at the fireplace. It works.
Is
And
it just the nearest fire?
oh, any fire that's within line of sight.
Okay, great.
And this one's our favorite. We're not parting with this one. We just thought we'd show it off. And he goes up, and he just slaps his chair, and it goes flying back, but then twirls on one leg and lands on all four legs again. He goes, picks it up, throws it in the air, and it just flips over, lands back on all four legs. That's the chair that can't be knocked over. We love the chair that cannot be knocked over.
I love these people.
Especially when you're taking one of those mid studies naps. Like he grabs it, he leans it back to normal, like putting your feet up on the desk angle. Let's go. Doesn't move.
This is like legit me remembering high school and middle school of the kids who would try and like surf balance on two legs of their chair. And they would love that item.
And no one's having my robe of adequate sizing. You see this one in the corner that's got like this robe that's slightly like too big. Like it fits, but not quite. But he looks comfy. He's like, I like baggy clothes.
So what you're saying is he's got a Snuggie.
The robe of adequate sizing adjusts to poorly fit whoever is wearing it and does nothing else.
That is fucking ridiculous.
I love these items. I love them. If I were a rogue, I would come in and steal everything.
I do have a charlatan rogue thief as a character concept.
But they're not
Sovereign
here.
keels over and dies of a heart attack.
Next camping site, this guy walks in with a bag full of all of the stuff from the observatory. Hey, what's up?
Good news!
Got myself a 5-finger discount. I kind of like the helm now, just for the fun lulls.
Yeah, it's between the helm and the mystery rock. Because I forget, were we told what the rock does?
We were vaguely told that it will protect you as long as you hold on to it, but if you lose it, big problems occur.
Very specific big problems. Problems that you're immune to so long as you have the rock.
So what you're saying is we don't hold the rock, just carry it around, and then yeet it at O'Hagan so he catches it and then steal it back from him.
I mean, yes, as soon as someone else picks up the rock, it does transfer, yes. That's why none of us are touching the rock.
Does it respond to Mage Hand?
We found out that yes, it counts the caster as Mage Hand as having touched the rock. Gregory. Oh, Gregory.
Gregory.
Wasn't that the name of the person who killed themselves with the spoon?
I wonder why that might have happened to him.
I thought it was Jeffrey. Yeah, maybe I said the same name
Gregory,
twice.
Jeffrey, they're very close names.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Did you just grab an item? I heard you say fuck it.
Second, I had convinced myself that Rivet would take the rock, and then I was like, no, what the fuck are you thinking?
What's
Okay,
she taking?
make a wisdom save against yourself.
Fuck it. Yeah, alright, sure, I guess.
Natural? I mean, not even the +3 from Crib's aura is gonna save you there, Rivet.
Yeah,
I was just
Yup.
I wanted that to see if whether or not your body reacted to your impulse before your logic brain kicked in. Like-
Rivet picks, just kind of, Rivet out loud says, fuck it, and then picks up the rock and begins to cast Identify.
oh, well,
On the spot.
congratulations. You will now never be attacked by tigers. Unless you lose the rock.
Why didn't you give more details than that?
I think they wanted the rock out of there.
I cannot believe this!
So instant you lose the rock, just tigers out of nowhere.
Many tigers. How can you defeat the tigers?
I'm
How
sure you
many
can.
tigers?
We don't know. We've not had anyone. We've only seen it in action once, and it did a. Well, we saw the
I
remnants.
kind of want to find out now.
Maybe not here.
No,
Yes,
that's a
please,
bad idea.
please not here.
I'm not gonna do it in here.
It is an interesting idea, though. It's like the rat bag.
It is very much like the rat bag in that way.
It's the tiger rock.
And also, it's like the whistle. And she pulls it out of her, like, where it's been
Oh,
hanging in her
gosh.
shirt and she blows it.
Oh no.
The dog whistle, I mean.
Yeah, I know the dog whistle. That's why I'm saying oh no.
I was reminding the GM.
Yes. That's when you just hear. Boom, boom.
Looks outside.
Woof. As a Tibetan Mastiff just comes up the stairs to the observatory.
Big boy!
Rivet only goes up to this thing's knee.
Oh, yeah!
And yes, in this magical land, the giant ones actually exist. It's a large creature.
Rivet is just elated.
Its fluff moves like that of a lion's mane. It is majestic. It is bright
Big
red.
puppy.
Big.
Big old
This thing is
river.
2 size categories larger than Rivet.
Oh boy.
He borfed.
Looking at this. He borfs and it's like freaking thunder damage.
But also, he killed.
Rivet could literally just sit on the head.
Rivet and Sierra, both being very small, could probably use this dog as a mount.
The dog's just kind of like looking around at all of you. And then just kind of like does the dumb dog smile with the tongue hanging out. Just,
This dog could probably.
Oh, I love him.
after a minute, you just hear, Titan! Where you at, boy? Titan!
Titan! Oh!
And he like looks around and he just sort of looks back at you and just goes, poof. And turns and walks out the observatory.
Oh my god, big boy. Incredible, thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Congratulations on your rock of tiger repellent. Right, keep that safe and give it to someone as a gift. Someone who forgets things and you don't like.
Does it... Okay, does the transfer occur? Okay, when you transfer ownership of the rock, do the lions appear?
No lions.
Or tigers, sorry.
If the person has accepted ownership of the rock, not just plopped in their pocket.
Okay.
If you're giving it as a gift and they say, oh, thank you very much,
Okay.
But, as long as it's being carried by you in some manner other than the interdimensional space, you're fine.
Just want to now be in the throwdown with O'Hagan. Rivet is like, guess what? Throws rock across the room. Tigers come out of nowhere. Third party joins the fight. New
And-
challenger approaches.
And they only attack Rivet.
Yep. Rivet, who can kind of fly sometimes.
Sometimes.
Provided she doesn't get fucking spiked like a volleyball.
Before they go into final battle, Philbrick does the speak with animals that lasts an hour.
You throw it at Hogan and be like, oh yeah, we got you this. He's like, it's a rock. I don't need this. And throws it away instantly. And just tigers.
Well, he has to accept it, so that's the key there.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things. Like, if he's like, he can throw it away, but in throwing it away, he accepts that it's his property to do so. So it's like, if he throws it straight back to you, that's a different matter. If he's like, oh, well, this I guess this is mine now, but it's useless, I throw it away.
It is 7 or break time, I should say.
Oh,
We're on
yeah.
different time zone.
Okay, well, the mirth definitely helped me push up a little bit, but I think we're going to call it a half session, because I know as soon as I get back to the serious stuff, my brain's going to just go, wee!
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to
That's
write in
fine.
my notes that Rivet will remember at the start of next session, to get as far away from civilization as possible within a reasonable time frame, and then drop the rock into an extra dimensional space.
Just see what
Right.
happens.
Yeah, just for fun.
I spawn 2 D100 tigers.
Wait, we got rid of the rat bag, didn't we?
I sold
Yes.
I was just thinking what would happen if we threw the tiger rock in the rat bag.
Chaos is what would happen.
Probably, yeah.
All the rats being like, ooh, rock! And they just grab it. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, my rock! And then they steal it.
Is it shiny, or is it just a rock? Is it just like
It's
What's that
actually
one?
it's actually a tiger's eye rock.
hmm.
So it's quite a nice looking rock. Anyway, we're gonna go see Serenity. And as always, please be good to yourself, excellent to each other, and devour your enemies.
Bye.